Well, so many of us have done it. You sign your name to a tablet or a phone or electronic document without even thinking about it.
And former customers of Bruno Total Home Performance say their electronic signatures were used to create fraudulent documents. The company's under criminal investigation now by the Florida Attorney General, and investigative reporter Lauren Sweeney has been following this story for months.
Well, Chris, the man at the center of this investigation, Louis Bruno, finally agreed to sit down and answer some of my questions. He blames his problems on his competition and calls our reporting fake news.
He's not bashful.
I wake up at 4 a.m. every single day, 5 a.m. workout.
Everybody knows, we all know what we're all supposed to do to be successful.
And claims he's committed to his customers.
To make sure that we deliver the highest value of service to our customers.
But if customer satisfaction was a pillar of Louis Bruno's business,
unmatched thievery. I really hope that justice is served.
It was more like dissatisfaction for these 6 customers.
Was anybody surprised to see that when the business was raided?
No.
No.
From a $20,000 air conditioning system that continued to break down.
27 times in 4 years.
With a brand new unit.
Does that seem normal to you?
No.
To an AC system installed by Louis Bruno personally, that a few years later, one of his own technicians described as,
"That's really a terrible system that you have." So we're looking now at a cost of over $20,000.
How many of you felt like you were upsold or tried to be upsold?
Oh, I was upsold. I investigated it, and so I know I was upsold.
Upsold, and some say downright violated.
Raise your hand if somebody from Bruno had you sign a tablet or a phone where you couldn't really see the information associated with what you were signing. So all of you were asked to sign something where you could not see the information you were signing.
Some of these former customers fear someone at Bruno used those signatures without their permission.
Did you ever see that pricing document anywhere?
No. That scribble of my initials, if you will, was done on his little iPhone, and that was to see if I qualified for the program.
Is it possible that this pricing was associated with it and maybe you didn't read it?
No, not at all.
Where do you think they got this signature from you?
They pasted it. They had to have pasted it on that document.
Debbie Giordello believes Bruno employees used her signature to sign her up for a financing program. And only after the workers finished the job, she discovered that financing added up to $50,000.
And I said, I need to talk to Louis Bruno. I said, because these prices are crazy.
Then there's Lance Henderson, who says Bruno employees signed him up for 2 financing programs without his consent. He claims someone from Bruno lifted his signature from a tablet for one document and outright forged it on another.
The one on the left with the single signature, that's the way I signed. That's on my driver's license. That one to the right, it looked like they had someone practice.
Was there forgery going on at this business?
Absolutely not.
And you have evidence to show that these people are elaborating that story or making this up?
Just answered your question. Do you have another question?
That's Sawyer Smith, the attorney representing Louis Bruno.
No, I really don't have very many questions for you, Sawyer. My questions are for Mr. Bruno.
Yeah, you'll get a couple. You can ask him a couple.
It was someone at your company placing signatures onto documents that these people never saw.
It'd be a completely different allegation if it wasn't so fake news, if we signed a contract and then the customer got no product. But they let 140 hours worth of work occur in their residence. So regardless of what they were signing, they were going to contract.
Before I could get any clarification on what Louis Bruno meant by this answer,
It's a considerably
somebody that
vague question. No, we did our last question. We're out of here. Go Gators. Thank you.
So anybody that has had a problem with Louis Bruno's company, Sawyer Smith, his attorney, says they can contact him directly. We did send him specific details of everyone we interviewed for our story, and he says that his team is addressing those concerns.